All right, so we're heading up the Mt Battie trail. This is half a mile, 600-foot increase. Some people say it's difficult, some people say it's just moderate, but it leads to a giant overlook with an old, maybe revolutionary or something war area scout tower that I surmise. We'll see if there's actually more information about it when we get there. But yeah, so far, we just left the parking lot and we're going up there. So this will be fun. Yeah, the trail goes up that. Here's level, by the way. Now I get to go up there. Again, that's level. As I climb up, one thing to notice right now, there's actually a vegetative shift. So, indicates we've gone high enough where the deciduous are not going to do as well, and the pines are starting to dominate. In addition, we have, I'm not sure which this one is, but it's an evergreen type bush there. So like, looks like maybe ground juniper is my guess. I could be wrong on that one. But the vegetative shift indicates that, yeah, we've gone up pretty good. All right, so the skinny of this place, it's actually a World War I monument. This tower itself was not actually used in war. This area was. There was a carriage road, and they would bring up cannons up here to use against the British. And by the time the automobile came out, cars could not make it up the road, so it pretty much fell into disrepair. There was a hotel and a clubhouse up here, which eventually fell again into disrepair. The residents of this area wanted to preserve the mountain for the wonderful view over the whole bay. And so the land was purchased, and it took until the 1967 when the auto road came up. So there is a way to get to this tower by road. I wanted to do the hike, but you could get up to it, and by the late 60s they got the road finished so cars could finally come up here, and then they erected this tower as a World War I monument to overlook the bay, and it is beautiful and stunning views from the top. So that's what all about this particular spot here. Very nice spot to come visit. Probably about an hour or so invested in getting here and up. Probably a little bit less if you drive up. So you're going to look for there's a state park in Camden. It might be called Camden State Park, I'm not sure, but it's a state park just to, I think it'd be the east of Camden. That takes you up here by car. I think there might be an entry fee if you come up by car. I'm not completely sure, but I hiked in from down here. It was a wonderful hike going up, and hopefully it'll be just as good going down. This Mt Battie hike is over in Rockland, Maine, just outside, a little bit to the northwest. And if you're in that area, the other hike you should definitely do is hike on out to the Rockland Lighhouse out there. It is almost a mile out on a breakwater, and it is an awesome little hike. So that's where we go next. All right, so the second hike of the day that I have picked out is you can go out to this lighthouse out here, 7/8 of a mile one way out to the lighthouse. This is in Rockland, near Rockport, so don't get those confused. I was actually able to see this from on top of the embattlement over there, really small in the distance. I was like, that I can actually see where I'm going next, so this will be a cool one. might be too windy for you to hear me, but this is a totally awesome hike. It's, I mean, I'm not sure if it'd be called accessible. There are a lot of little holes like that one all over the place, but man, it is definitely a beautiful hike out here. And we're going to get out to a lighthouse. There's a little lobster trap over there, look at that. But yeah, this is a neat little place. I've made it out to the lighthouse. I don't know if it's open or not, we'll see, but looks fascinating. So this mountain right there is where the battlement's at. That's where we hiked up today, based on the angles and what I remember from seeing the port. So that's kind of where we were at. And now, we're here. My many adventures in Maine are now coming to a close. I obviously did a little bit more than I showed on film. I just want to give you a little taste of what it is. Overall, the Northeast is a great place to come and visit if you're a van lifer. There's a lot of park and rides where you can get in there, see a lot of things, get to a park and ride, overnight there. There's just a lot of resources, a lot of cool things to do, and that even includes if you like the city-based stuff, which I'm not a huge fan of, or the nature-based stuff, which is usually where you're going to find me. But from here, we start heading on back, and I'm actually going to take a slightly longer loop around. I'm going to go up into the White Mountains of New Hampshire, and then down the central borderline through New Hampshire and Vermont, and then do a little bit of work in the the Green Mountains there, as well. And then we're going to go back through New York and then back down to State College from there. So I hope you enjoyed this quick journey through Maine and a little bit of New Hampshire, Vermont, and New York. And we have a couple more videos, I think, before we get back to State College, and then we'll be heading on out for our next loop. Thanks for coming along on our Maine journey, and see what I did there. Subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. Hit that notification bell, share this video far and wide, and we will see you a little bit further down the road.